What happened?
Are we having fun yet?
Okay, so recently I did a poll, and I do a lot of polls on my channel, and I've seen a shift of some sort. A shift from a lot of love for Keldon Johnson to not a lot of love at all. And I've seen this over the past just couple months in a short period of time, to the point where Keldon was loved by so many, and now he's just kind of a afterthought. And I definitely wanted to, just discuss that with you. But before we talk about that really quickly, this is the trivia prize for the month. So I'll be giving away this Tim Duncan plaque, and this will be for Patreon and YouTube members. I will send you out a link, if you're a Patreon and YouTube member, to a trivia. And in the trivia, all you have to do is, compete for it. I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're going to do it live. But yeah, this will be the last Friday of the month, and I will send you out a link for that. All right, so let's talk about this really quickly. Keldon Johnson is not as loved as he was once before. So I did a poll, and yeah, got quite a few votes. I think this is a decent sample size, okay? I think we can take this sample size and say, all right, yeah, this is legit. Now, don't get me wrong. He was going against some pretty stiff competition here, but it says which player has the highest ceiling. Now, I was expecting, honestly, I'll be real with you guys, I was expecting DeJounte Murray to have way bigger percentage from you guys. I agree with you guys overall that Josh Primo is definitely by far has the highest ceiling, but I was also not expecting for Keldon Johnson to basically be in the same category as Lonnie. Like, I thought, I would say not long ago, maybe just 3-4 months ago, people would have had Keldon Johnson over Devin Vassell, maybe slightly over Lonnie Walker, and it would have been closer to DeJounte Murray, but that doesn't really seem like it's the case anymore. Now, I will be honest, I've been very transparent with my thoughts on Keldon Johnson. I feel like sometimes he has a little tunnel vision. Sometimes I feel as if he, isn't making the plays that he possibly could, to make that next step. And he takes bad shots at times, because when he has the type of playing style where he just goes straight into your chest, it's great. He's big body sometimes, but then sometimes, it doesn't turn out, wonderful. And when we're a young team like this, we're not going to get a lot of calls. So his lack of getting to the free throw line is a little ridiculous too, which is everybody on our team. And that's not really necessarily his fault. It's just a matter of getting that reputation in the NBA where you can get to the line a little bit more. But looking at his stats, overall, he has improved just like everyone else on our team. Now, I will say this. He's one of those players where I always felt like he was a very good role player, and we've discussed that many a times on this channel, that I felt like he was a role player. Some people said no, he can be a star. I don't see Keldon Johnson becoming a star. I feel like he's just going to be a very valuable role player. But with that being said, when you have role players and you put them in certain positions where they have to score and they have to be one of the guys, yeah, you're going to be under a lot of scrutiny, because you're not going to be able to live up to the expectations that a lot of fans set for you. And I think that's part of the reason why he's not getting as much love as he did before. But overall, if we just take it objectively, his stats have improved. Like, he's been pretty decent. He's been pretty consistent, I will say. And there's one thing in particular that has really shocked me, and we talked about it before too, but I'll talk about it in 1 second. But minutes wise, yeah, same amount of minutes. Now, as far as usage, obviously, he's been used more. All right. But with that being said, he's being used more, but his field goal percentage slightly decreased, like barely decreased, I would say. So that's very impressive. 47% from the field is very good. Now, what I'm most impressed by, and this is what I was going to say, is that his 3-point percentage, I mean, it started off, I would say, at the beginning of the season, maybe like 10%, like literally like 10%. It was terrible. I think it was literally 11% near the beginning of the season, and we discussed that too. It was god awful, but he's improved it so much to the point where he's at 44%, and he's shooting so many more threes than he has before in his short tenure with the Spurs. So that's hard work. That's hard work, and that's also just Keldon Johnson, being a good scorer. And let's be honest, man, this is probably part is Chip England too. But with that being said, that's really good. Free throw percentage, not as good as I would want it. Okay, 71 is not good, I would say, for a forward slash guard. That's not good. But if we keep going, rebounds, exact same. Assists, exact same. Steals, basically exact same. And turnovers, yeah, went up slightly, but I mean, that's pretty good, especially if he's getting used more. So just overall, what I'm just trying to say is it just seems that, and it's not just, I'm not just basing off of this poll. Obviously, Primo was going to win, or DeJounte Murray was going to win, but I wasn't expecting Keldon Johnson to be in the same light as Lonnie Walker as far as, you know, fans' perspective. But overall, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that Keldon Johnson isn't necessarily as great as fans would hope he to be. I never thought he would be, but I do believe that him being a role player is fine, and he's just going to get more and more exposed if he doesn't have a superstar in front of him. And that's for every single player on our team. So as soon as we get that superstar, as soon as we build that team really nice and tight, we're going to be in a really, really nice position. So Keldon, you keep working. All right. You keep doing your thing. And you know, hopefully he gets a little bit more love, but I do not see it anymore. People were hype about him, and now it kind of dwindled down just a little bit. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll get with you guys later, man. Until next time, deuces.